Hello everybody, welcome back to Learn Graphic Design with G2K Designs. I'm so excited today because this particular tutorial is really exciting, it's really interesting. Okay, a lot of people have been asking me, G2K, how do you normally get these kinds of results? Because anytime I want to maybe do a design, I always smudge like this before I use that particular picture for my designs. Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to be talking about how you can smudge a picture normal like this to this. Okay, we call it smudge painting using Photoshop. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is open up a new work window. Okay, go to File, New. Okay, I think everything here is cool. Okay, just click OK. You can actually name it smudge painting, okay, or anything you want to name it. Okay, smudge painting, and click OK. So we are in. So the first thing you'll be doing is you import the picture you want to smudge. Okay, so this is the picture right here. I got this picture from freepik.com. If I click on it, you see the size of the image to show you that it's a good quality image. So you just drag it and put it in Photoshop. Okay, and the image is right here. So you double click on the picture. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do, we have to remove the background. Okay, so for me to remove the background, I come here, rasterize. So for me to rasterize, all I need to do is to right click, come here and rasterize. Okay, once you've done that, the next thing you will do is to remove this background. Okay, let me zoom in a little. Okay, so you see that this shade is slightly different from the one here. So for me to do that, I can easily do that using I would prefer to use the magic eraser tool here. Okay, so I click on this. What this magic eraser tool does is, when you click on something that has exactly the same color with every other thing, anywhere you click that has a particular color, it will delete everything that has that color around it. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I will just click on this. Okay, click, you see the background is gone. Okay, so if I hide this, you see the background is gone. So that is one of the easiest ways for you to remove the background from a picture, especially if the background color is the same. Okay, so with that done, the next thing we are going to do, okay, let me press Ctrl T. Okay, let me increase the size of this a little. Okay, let me increase the size a little. So for you to increase the size, just make sure that is for you to increase the size in all proportions. Just make sure you hold down on Shift and alternate, and then drag. You can either drag from here or from here. Okay, so click and drag and you will increase it in all sides. Okay, so bring it down a little and then click OK. What we're going to be doing next now is what I normally do. For pictures like this, I will first of all touch it a little bit, the increase the shades and all those things like that. So I go to Image, go to Adjustments, and then Shadows and Highlights. Okay, so when you click on Shadows and Highlights, it will automatically open up this, and you see that your picture has been brightened and all that. So you can decide to leave it like this or not. Basically, what I normally do, I come here, the color correction, I reduce it. Okay, I don't want the color to be corrected too much. Okay, so I come here to reduce the amount. Okay, so like maybe 20. I think 20 is pretty cool. So let's see the difference. Let's remove the preview. So it was like this, now it's like this. I think this is okay. So you click OK and we are good to go. So the next thing we are going to be doing is you duplicate this picture layer twice. So Ctrl J1, Ctrl J2. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be doing is this first layer here. You come here, you see normal, you click on it, select linear light. Okay, click on linear light, something like this. You see something like this. Okay, so the next thing you will do is go to Filter. Okay, go to Other, and then go to High Pass. Okay, you click on High Pass, you will see this. If you look at this, you will notice that it's already at 4. I always use a radius of 4. That is what I normally use. So it depends on what you want to use. Okay, depends on the kind of what you want to achieve, but this is what I use. Okay, so with this I click OK. The next thing I'll be doing, if you look at this layer, you will see how the picture is here. This picture, it is like this because this one is below it. If I hide this, you will see this one below is showing. So if I put it on, this is it. So the next thing I will do is I will have to merge this layer and this layer together. Okay, so for me to do that, I click on this, hold down on my shift or control button and click on this to select these two layers. Okay, so for me to merge two of them together, all I need to do is press Ctrl E. Okay, that is you see the two of them are now together. Okay, so another way for you, let me press Ctrl, let me undo Ctrl Z. Another way for you to merge is when you've highlighted two of them together like this, you right click. Okay, once you right click, you come to merge layers. Okay, so click on merge layers. Don't click on merge visible layers, because if you click on merge visible layers, visible layers means all these ones that the eye icon is on. If you click on merge visible layers, it will merge everything here. So don't click on that. Okay, right click and then merge layers. You see it has merged. So the next thing you're gonna do is you power clip this picture into the original picture below. Okay, so this is the original picture. So let me put back the visibility icon. Okay, so for you to power clip, you hold down on your alternate. Okay, and then bring your cursor. You will see this arrow. Once you are holding down on your alternate key, okay, you will see this arrow here. Just click. Okay, once you click, you will see this arrow to show that this is already inside, which means if you hide this, everything is hidden. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do now, listen to this, is really important. What I do for my pictures, okay, what I do is this first one here that I power clicked into the original picture, I normally reduce the opacity to about 50% so that the effect will not be too much. Okay, that will give it a good effect. Okay, so once you are done reducing to 50%, you click OK and then you are done. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is smudging. Okay, so it is very simple. You don't need any extra thing. You don't need to download anything. Photoshop already has it. Okay, so there is no need for you to download brush or anything. So the next thing we are going to do is to start smudging. Okay, so let me zoom in. Okay, so zoom in. Okay, I'm zooming in with alternate and then the scroll button. Okay, scrolling up. If you want to zoom out, you scroll down. Okay, so I'm zooming in. Okay, now I have zoomed in. The next thing I'll do is come here, you right click. This is blur tool, sharpen tool and smudge tool. Okay, so click on what? Your smudge tool. When you click on the smudge tool, you will see something like this will come out. Okay, so the next thing you will do is to make sure that you selected either this, okay, or this. Don't select this. This is hard. Okay, make sure if you look, you see that the hardness of this is 0. The hardness of this is 100. Okay, don't use this. So make sure you use this. Okay, so that it will not be too harsh on this. So the next thing I will do is to reduce the strength to say maybe 50. Okay, depends on what you want. So let's go ahead and smudge. So for you to smudge, for me to reduce the size of this smudge circle here, you can either use the brackets, either of the brackets. Okay, the bracket by the left reduces the size, while the one by the by the right increases the size. Okay, so we'll be using this. Okay, so that if you want to smudge in places like this, you see this is too big, so you have to reduce it so that this circle will be able to enter here. Okay, so now let's start smudging. So let me increase the size. Okay, so let's start smudging. Let me zoom in more. Okay, so for you to start smudging, click and hold down on your mouse. Okay, and then paint over it like this. Okay, you paint over it like this. Okay, so just take your time. Okay, and paint over it like this. It's going to take you just a little bit of time, but at the end of everything it will be worth it. Okay, so that is that. So for time purpose, I'm really going to be fast forwarding this because that's basically what you'll be doing throughout the smudging process. Okay, so notice anytime I come to any place that is small, I will always reduce the size of the smudge circle. All right. Okay, so if you look at these, you see it's very simple. Okay, you see the beautiful effects. Okay, so this is the outcome. Okay, it's a very simple step. Okay, so once you are done doing this, you will notice that you are good to go. So you can always go ahead and use your smudged picture, okay, to do any design you want to do. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So what I normally do now, so if I want to like make it pop out more, all I will do is I will make sure that this one is selected, or the best thing I will do is I will click this and then hold down on my control button and click this, okay, to select the two layers, and then click on Control G to group it together. So the next thing I'll do is I'll come here. Okay, here is an adjustment layer. Okay, so you click on it. So the first thing I'll do is I'll click on levels. Okay, I come here and then I increase it just a little bit. Okay, you notice the difference. Okay, let me press Ctrl Z. Look at how it was. So just a little. Okay, you see it looks good. Okay, so I click on the adjustment layer again. Okay, click on curves, come here, just drag it up a little bit. Okay, just a little. Okay, so I think that looks cool. Okay, I come here and then add in a little bit of vibrance. Okay, that's the vibrance at 52. You see, at the end of the day, you've ended up getting a beautiful smudge painting. Okay, so I can just keep this by the side. Okay, reduce it a little. Okay, here I grouped this. Here, this is the original one. I can duplicate it, take this one below it. Okay, drag it up here. Okay, see, it is on top because that is why it's like this. All I need to just to drag it and shift it by the side. Okay, so you see, at the end of the day, you have succeeded in smudging and making your pictures look more beautiful and better. And also, if you want to smudge the clothes, you are free to smudge the clothes. It depends on what you want, but me, I don't normally like to smudge the clothes of the images I'm using. Okay, because at the end of the day, I also want to make sure that it looks as natural as possible. That is how you do smudge painting in Photoshop. Okay, thank you once again for joining Learn Graphic Design with G2K Designs. Please make sure you click on the subscribe button to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like the video, and then make sure you click on that notification button so that when we drop our next video, you will be notified and you will be able to join us and you will learn with us. Thank you very much. Till next time.